Good morning, you guys. I know you can hear that. We have been dealing with two different construction projects literally happening right outside our house for months now. And the last 2 days, the last 2 days I've been woken up by the jackhammer. They don't always jackhammer, but when they do, I hesitate to even call it a jackhammer. It's literally like a giant machine that is hammering the ground. They have special exemptions from the city to be able to work 24 hours a day out there. So yesterday we got woken up at 6 a.m. by the banging. I should consider myself lucky that today it was like 7:45 that I got to sleep into. But we even had a couple of weeks ago them doing that jackhammer thing. Road breaker upper, I don't know what it's called. At 4 in the morning. It woke us up at 4 a.m. It was so fucking crazy. I can't believe that they are doing that. It's crazy. But yes, this is what we're living with. I've been wanting to film some sit down videos where I have like some empties videos to film. I want to do a favorites video, New Year's Eve makeup, like a whole bunch of videos, and it's just impossible with the noise. So we're gonna film a little vlog today. We're gonna do a little weekend in my life, and I'll save you guys from having to hear too much of that noise, and we'll do some nice Christmas music over some montages as I wait for them to chill out with the banging. But yeah, it's Saturday morning, you guys, and I just went to go make myself some breakfast and there was nothing in the freezer. I didn't do a big grocery shop this week because we were out of the house for dinner 3 nights this week, maybe 4. I can't remember, but there's been so much socializing. It's been a really fun social week, but I didn't have many groceries, so I have nothing to eat for breakfast. So I'm gonna drink coffee on an empty stomach, which is not my favorite thing, but I need it to wake up this morning. And then the first thing that I'm gonna go and do is get my eyebrows done. So if you guys have been watching the vlogs for literally any period of time, I always go to Lack and Beauty, which is in Yorkville, to get my brows done by Estelle. She's the best. Or my friend Jenna works there too. She's done them for me before as well. But I have to get in my car and drive up there, and it takes like an hour out of my day just like in car time to go there and back, and I've just been putting it off for so long because I haven't wanted to go. But I just feel like I am a gremlin. Like, I feel so ugly. Here's one, here's the other. Every time I'm getting ready, every time I look at myself in the mirror, every photo I see of myself, all I can see is like my grouchy gremlin eyebrows, and I hate them. And so I decided I'm just gonna book in to someplace closer to home and have someone else do them for me, because anything is better than this. Lack and Estelle are like up kind of close to where I used to live, and when I first moved to my new neighborhood in 2021, I did try going somewhere closer to my new place, but the girl did my eyebrows like so skinny, like so thin, even though I told her that I like them a little bit fuller. And so I got kind of like scared and scarred and just started going back to Lack. And yeah, I know not everyone is going to do that to me, so I need to have some faith. But I decided that, yeah, even if I get super skinny brows, it'll still be worth it. It'll be better than having these monsters. So that's what I'm gonna do. Kind of first thing this morning is go get my brows done, and then on my way home I will stop and grab myself a nice little treat to eat for breakfast, since there's nothing to eat for breakfast here in the house. And then we will continue on with our Saturday. nails are done. I feel like a new woman. Thank goodness. Let's go get something to eat. Okay. Hello. I'm not gonna lie, I read about 2 pages of my book and then I fell asleep. These are coming in so clutch with the noise, just having the noise canceling on. But sleeping in them, now my ears are so sore from being like squished in my head, having to like stay in one position. So I'm gonna take a little break from those and have a little bit of lunch. Something about me and a nap, if I ever fall asleep, I need to eat like so ravenously when I wake up, especially after a nap. Something about it. While I was out, I also bought a little flatbread from CoZy. It has vegetables, mushrooms, peppers, and olives. And have myself a wee lunch. Hello, my friends. It has been a few hours. It is finally silent. My ears feel so happy and calm. I think it's around 3:30 and I'm gonna get ready for the evening. I was really tired today. I couldn't really bring myself to get up too much, but we have plans this evening. It's actually Will's mom's birthday today, and we are taking her out for dinner to a nice restaurant in Port Hope. She lives like 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours, depending on traffic, away from us. So we thought we could meet in the middle, have a dinner, and celebrate her birthday together. I just ate a pomegranate, so my lips might look a little purple. I'm not dead and dying. It's kind of a nicer restaurant that we're going to, so I'm gonna do like full glam. I might curl my hair, and yeah, I'm gonna wear something nice. I had put on skincare this morning, so I'm just adding a layer of the Merit Great Skin Serum because it's kind of oily and the oil is a nice base. I'm excited to fill in my brows and see how they look filled in. They're definitely not my favorite brows I've ever had, but they're not terrible either. I like how long they are. Like, they really extend, which I like, but they feel a little thin. So let's film a little get ready with me together, shall we? I've been using this Clé de Peau Radiant Fluid Matte Foundation for the last couple of weeks. I've been wearing makeup like every day. It's crazy. I just think out of all the foundations that I have, this one is the best color match for me. It's kind of unfortunate that my palest shade of foundation is a matte foundation because
I'm really only gonna need this in the winter time, and that's when my skin is dry, but I've been keeping up with my skincare and my skin has not been too dry at all lately, so this has been working for me in the meantime. As I'm saying that, I just remembered actually, I have this Merit Stick Foundation in the color cream. I feel like this would be a good color match for me right now too, so maybe I'll try that one out next time. Even though my brows are thinner than I want them to be, they still feel so much better than they did before, so I'm happy that I got them done. Okay, now that I've got my base on, I'm gonna switch over to the eyes. I've been doing this a lot lately because I like getting my foundation on because then I don't have to look at my skin, and if I do my concealer after my eyes, then I can clean up underneath, so it's kind of best of both worlds, honestly. To be fair, my skin is not really that bad right now, but it's definitely super red, and I fully have some perioral dermatitis happening, but it could be worse. I've been using my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette like every single day for months now, but the other night when I was going out to a concert, I pulled out my old, oh my god, I'm dropping everything. I pulled out my old Natasha Denona Metropolis palette and I used some colors out of here, and I am just obsessed with this palette. I have a few Natasha Denona palettes, but the other ones that I have are the smaller ones. These are the 15 pan palettes, and I feel like the formulas are different. This is a more affordable Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, even though this is still very expensive. I feel like these shadows are just a next level, like amazing quality eyeshadow. And I hadn't used them in so long, and yeah, when I used them to go see, I almost called him Lil Dicky. He's like the furthest thing from Lil Dicky. Rich Hill the other night, I was reminded of how beautiful these eyeshadows are. So basically every time I dip into this palette, I start with this shade right here. It's kind of the only like mid-toned transition type shade for my skin tone that's in this palette, and I'm gonna add that above my crease. And I've been loving a little like halo eye moment again recently, so I'm gonna take this kind of mid-tone matte brown right here and just add that to the outer corner and the inner corner and blend. And then next, just to brighten up the middle there, I'm going to take this color right here. It's kind of like a shimmery, basically white shadow. And I could just leave it like that, but I love the glittery shades in this palette as well. So I'm going to take this one right here. I think this is my favorite eyeshadow of all time. It's kind of a greeny gold reflect, and the texture and everything about it is just so incredible. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on my finger and just dab it right on top of where I just put down the white. The white is going to kind of disappear, but it acts as a nice kind of neutralizer underneath to really make this shade that I'm putting on top really pop. And I'm going to throw on some liner and a little bit of mascara. I'm going to use the Maybelline Gel Liner and the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize Mascara, and then we'll come back and finish up the rest of the face. I turned on some extra lights so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit too. Now that the mascara and the liner are on, I'm seeing there's not really any fallout underneath my eyes, so I'm just gonna go straight in with my concealer. I'm still using the Sephora Best Skin Ever and the Makeup by Mario concealers and kind of mixing and matching depending what part of my face I'm using them on. We're going to this super cute kind of old vintage restored restaurant in Port Hope tonight. I was looking for a while for someplace that was halfway between both of us, and I came across this place called Hotel Carlisle, and it's a restored old bank, and they created like a hotel with really expensive, like super cute rooms, and then this restaurant. So hopefully it's super cute and like done up for Christmas. I feel like the vibes are gonna be super high. Fingers are crossed. I'm gonna go ahead and powder I look super yellow in the viewfinder. I do not look that way in real life. I don't know if it's gonna look that way when I'm editing, but just in case it does, I am not as yellow as I appear here. So because I put that oil on underneath my makeup, I am gonna just set everything because I don't want it to be slipping and sliding around without my knowledge. To finish up the eyes, I'm just gonna go back in with this kind of medium matte brown color. Add that to my lower lash line. I'm still using and loving my Hoola bronzer. I just saw someone unboxing her Benefit advent calendar and it was atrocious. It was like $164. I'm assuming that's American dollars too. And she was getting like minis of everything and samples. Legit, some of the days had samples in them. Like a lot of the days had samples in them. It was kind of crazy. As someone who has worked in the beauty industry, worked for a brand who came out with advent calendars at Christmas time, I would never spend the money on an advent calendar. It is never worth it. You're literally paying for like the packaging of the beautiful advent calendar slash like the thrill of opening up the days. It is never worth the money. To add on top of that, you guys, if a brand comes out with a product like for Christmas only, I also wouldn't trust those either. I used to work for a brand that when their Christmas items came out, even though they would be like the same as products that came out during the regular year, like, so for example, we had like these little ornaments and inside the ornaments was like a mini black eyeliner and a mini mascara. The eyeliner and the mascara weren't made in the same facilities as the regular products. So if the eyeliner was originally made in like Italy, let's say, for the Christmas special items, they were made in China. Or like, not saying that products made in China can't be amazing, but like they just weren't made in the same factories as the regular products and they were never as good of quality. And so you're paying like the same or more for these special like Christmas items and it's not worth the money. So I'm also really hesitant to buy like items that are specifically produced and put out for Christmas time from like any brands as well because of that. Okay, it's time to fill in these brows. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna use a pencil and a gel. So I'm starting with the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil in 3.75. And I'm gonna try and make them a little thicker on the bottom here, where I feel like it's just a little bit too thin and sparse for my liking. Okay, so I added a little bit of thickness to the bottom, and then I'm feeling like we need that up on the top here as well, just right there. And voila, much better. I just prefer a little bit of a thicker brow on myself. See, look at that, so much better. I'm sure not everyone would agree. I know brows are very personal. When I'm working, the most requested thing that people will ask to do themselves is their brows. Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and just thicken up the hairs a little bit with the Benefit Gimme Brow. Ooh, I'm so happy. It feels so good to have clean brows. Okay, we're almost done. Just need a little blush. I've been wearing this crazy like bright red blush recently because it's just like sitting right in the front. So I keep reaching for it and it actually, I think is like perfect for the winter time. You don't need very much at all and it blends out really easily even though it's so bright and pigmented. Like, look at that, beautiful. And then the last thing that I'm gonna do for my makeup right now is a little bit of highlight. This is the Merit Cream Highlight in the color Cava. So I'm still gonna throw something on my lips. I'll probably just pop on a little bit of gloss when we're in the car. But that's the finished makeup. Last year, for Will's mom's birthday, me and Will really fucked up with the dress code. His aunt planned it in her hometown, and so we weren't familiar with the restaurant that we were going to, and so I googled the restaurant to see like what the vibes were for what we should wear. And from what I saw on the internet, I was like, oh, it looks like really casual. And I checked with Will and he was like, yeah, like just dress casual. So I literally wore like baggy ripped jeans and a white tank top, okay? Like so casual. We show up at this restaurant and it does have like a casual kind of like counter ordering side, but then on the other side was a more like formal sit down restaurant, and that's where we were having our dinner. And me and Will were kind of there like early, and as other people started to show up, I was like, oh my god. Will's cousins were showing up like in the dresses that they wore to our wedding, and his other cousin came in a suit, and Will's mom came like fully dressed up in like a beautiful dress with like her hair done and like wearing all her nice jewelry, and I'm literally in like my ripped baggy jeans and a white t-shirt. It was so bad. I think that is the worst underdressed moment that I've ever experienced. It was brutal. I was so embarrassed. So we're not gonna make the same mistake again. And honestly, it's way better to be overdressed than underdressed. I feel like everyone knows that, but yeah, we were just completely taken off guard last year. So learn from my mistakes. If you're in a situation coming up in the next little while over the holiday season where you're not sure what to wear, just go for the more formal option, because I don't think anybody will ever regret that, but you can definitely regret going the other way. Okay, here is the outfit. I'm wearing these trousers that I got from Aritzia like 2 years ago. They're black, so it's hard for you guys to see, but they are probably one of the best purchases that I've ever made. I wear them to work almost like to every single appointment. And they're just so easy to dress up, to dress down. They're so comfortable. I really love them. And then last year, I think, I bought this little kind of silky top. I love the cut of it from Abercrombie. It's kind of bad quality. Like it came with a little pull in the fabric. And then, what if I turn up the exposure? Will you be able to see me better? That's a little better. Yeah, it came with a little pull and then more have formed. So it's not very good quality, but it looks really nice, and it's got this beautiful like low back. And that's my outfit. I'm gonna wear my black Stuart Weitzman little heeled sock booties, and we gotta go or I'm gonna be late. Good morning. It's Sunday, my favorite day of the week. Yesterday kind of felt like a fever dream, you guys. I don't know what was going on, but I was just so tired and nothing really felt real. But I got a really good sleep last night. Well, actually I was up for like an hour in the night at like from like 4 to 5, but I slept until 10. I'm feeling good. We didn't get woken up by any noise. It's amazing. And we're gonna start our Sunday like we almost always do, with a little trip to the coffee shop.
Then you know it's Christmas when the snow starts to fall. Then you know it's Christmas for the children above all. Then you know it's Christmas 'cause Santa's on his way. We're standing under.
Hello, it has been a couple of hours. I got the laundry going and then watched a couple of Vlogmas videos, and then I was just scrolling on TikTok for a little while, and my entire For You page is all just Wicked content because I went to go see Wicked for Courtney's birthday on Friday, and it was so good. I knew literally nothing about it besides the fact that like Ariana Grande was in it. I have never seen the play. I haven't even seen The Wizard of Oz. So I went in really blind and it was so incredible, so amazing. It was so funny and feel good, and there were so many amazing like themes, and yeah, I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. So yeah, my TikTok has just been overcome with like behind the scenes videos about Wicked. It's wonderful. I absolutely have not had enough vegetables in the last 24 hours. I've been eating not the best. So I'm just making some lunch. Will actually made a delicious, gigantic salad for us. And I'm gonna make some of this split pea organic soup from Annie's. The ingredients in these are really good. Just something quick and easy and kind of light because this afternoon we're actually going to a birthday party. It's Nora's second birthday party, and I'm actually so excited. It's gonna be so cute to see her and all the other little kids running around and just playing and celebrating. I feel like it's just gonna be the most wholesome little afternoon, and I expect there to be some snacks there, so we're gonna have a little bit of a lighter lunch. We got her some little baby Crocs. I am obsessed. I think they're so freaking cute, and I have a feeling she's gonna love them because we also got these little, what are these called? Gibbets. Some cute little girly Gibbets charms. We stopped on the way home from getting coffee this morning to get a little sparkly bag to put it in. And then my favorite tissue paper is from the dollar store, and it's this, I don't know what it's actually called, but like confetti paper with like these little sparkly confetti bits, like confetti cake. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. So I picked up some of this too. And then while we were there, they had these like bubble stickers, and I know Nora loves stickers, so I grabbed some of those to give her too. There we go. The perfect little gift for a 2-year-old, I believe. 2. She's 2. I can't believe it. So we're gonna have some lunch. I'm gonna get ready. I'm not gonna do a ton of makeup, but definitely put on some concealer. And then head out for a couple of hours for some wholesome, family-friendly fun. And then we're gonna come back, and me and Will are gonna have our Sunday night, which is literally what I look forward to all week.